Simon & Schuster Audio presents U.S. Constitution 101. From the Bill of Rights to the Judicial Branch, everything you need to know about the Constitution of the United States. By Tom Richey, with Peter Paccone. Read by Tom Richey.
This book is dedicated to our departed fathers, who set this book in motion decades ago when they shared their admiration for the Constitution with us as children. Introduction. Have you ever been curious about how a document drafted over 2 centuries ago remains the law of the land? Are you wondering what makes the U.S. Constitution so long-lasting, the oldest in the world? Or do you ever think about how the Constitution impacts your life, from paying taxes to boarding a flight? If so, U.S. Constitution 101 is for you. Here, you'll learn in clear, simple language how this document that impacts every aspect of government was formed, how it operates, and how it impacts you. You'll find entries that cover many topics such as which founding fathers played significant roles in creating the Constitution, why the Supreme Court has the final word on what is constitutional, how the U.S. Senate is different from the House of Representatives, why teachers work for state governments rather than the federal government, why the U.S. Post Office has a monopoly on delivering mail, and more. In a democratic union, each member must understand their governing laws and history in order to understand their rights as citizens. That said, despite the Constitution's impact and popularity, most U.S. citizens know very little about it. According to a recent study by the Annenberg Public Policy Center, most Americans can only name freedom of speech as a right protected by the First Amendment. There are 4 others. And a third of Americans can't name all 3 branches of government. Fortunately, U.S. Constitution 101 will give you a thorough understanding of the Constitution, no matter how much you may or may not already know about it. This book first looks into the historical document's story and philosophy, including the events of the Constitutional Convention and how the Constitution was adopted. You'll get an explanation of how the Constitution protects the rights of Americans through its creation and maintenance of 3 branches of the federal government. This includes how the federal government and state government...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?